Hey kids, welcome to Lesson 7, APIs and Function Parameters, Part 6. Multiple parameters, making arcs. Many commands need more than one parameter to make sense. When a command needs more than one parameter, the parameters are separated by commas and the order of the parameters matters. That is key right there. Two new commands have been added to the block palette, arc_left and arc_right, which both accept two parameters. Read the documentation for arc_left and arc_right. Do this. Draw a squiggly line. Using arc_left and arc_right, along with the ones you've already learned, draw a purple squiggly line on a blue background. Feel free to use as many methods for choosing colors as you've learned. We have some hints down here. To make the figure exact, you need to turn before calling arc_left or arc_right to orient a turtle first. The parameter to arc_left and arc_right use the same and are multiples of 10. The colors are powder blue and purple, though you can use any colors you like. First things first, let's read the documentation here for one of these arcs. So I'm going to come down here, arc_left, arc_right. If I hover over, I can go over to see examples, and it'll take me over here. This is probably the important part I want to talk here. The arc_right, two parameters are angle and radius. These are very important. You keep these in the same order they are. Switching these will cause all kind of problems. Another thing to know, the turtle turns clockwise along the angle degree of arc, a radius size circle. So the center of the circle is a radius, the pixels to the right starting the position and direction. Pretty helpful there. Really, what you should get out of this is the angle and radius part right there, so keep that in mind. Let's go back to our drawing here. So this is what I have to draw. Now, to me, there's a couple different things here. So I am actually going to use, and you're going to start seeing this, the comment feature. In the coming videos, you'll hear me talk a lot about this. Commenting is very important. It's very easy to forget what you're doing, and it's very easy to get lost in a sea of lines of code. It's a good habit to get into now. When it's simple, then we get to more complex stuff. It is second nature. First part here is going to be my background. So I'm just going to have a background comment here. And then I'm going to have one for my squiggly line. First things first, under my turtle here, what do I need to do? Well, like other ones, I have to change the pen color, and then I have to put a dot down. I'm going to go and make mine look very similar to code's. Not that I am not creative, but I just want to keep this as close to theirs as possible. We said powder blue here is the color. So I'm going to replace red with powder blue. And I'm going to make my dot 500 because I want it to fill up the entire thing there. If I hit run, there we are. Backgrounds are good. So far, so good. Second part here is to draw the squiggly line here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add another comment here, and I'm going to do a setup first. So I just want to do some setup stuff. My setup basically is going to be setting the pen color and the pen width for my squiggly line. So if I go back here, pen color and pen width are right there. So this one is going to be purple. And I'm just going to take a guess here from previous lessons. 10 was always a good little width of a line, so I'm going to stick with my 10. Now, under my hints here, it says I need to turn before calling my arc_left or arc_right. That to me there says I need to make a turn. So in my setup here, I'm just going to simply come down here, turn, and it defaults to 90, and I'm going to keep it that way. At this point, I think I'm ready to draw my squiggly lines. I think my squiggly lines are going to be an arc_left and an arc_right, and I think it just alternates between them. Oop, too many of those there. Let's put an arc left down here. As I've said before, the first one here is going to be our angle, and the second one is going to be our radius. If you look here, under our second little hint, it said they are multiples of 10. I'm going to take a guess here, and I'm going to say that my radius of my circle is going to be a 10. I can always increase this, but if I look here, 10's my thickness. That's about my thickness right there. Now a squiggly line has to alternate. So ultimately I want my angles to be different. So I want it to change between 180 each time, because a circle is 360, half is 180. Let's put 180 down here, 180 down here. At this point, when I hit reset and run, I should get my powder blue background. My pen color should change, and I should just get the first two little wiggles of my line. Let's see if that happens. Ooh, looking pretty good to me. Now let's see here if I took this turn right. Let's see if I put a turn left in here, if this does anything. So that turn left or turn right orients whether my squiggly line is going to go up or down. Looking at the drawing, it looks like my squiggly line goes up. Now this formed one little kind of hump right there. So if I go over here, I got 1, 2, 3 humps. That means I probably should copy and paste this 3 times. So now I have arc left, arc right, arc left, arc right, arc left, arc right. When I hit reset and run, this should draw a beautiful little squiggly line all the way up. Let's see what happens. Beautiful. I like that. This one ends with another arc right on it. So I'm just going to put another arc right down here. Change this to 180 and 10 for this one. Let's hit reset and run. Perfect. Looks like the drawing. Let's just go ahead and see what happens if I put a 20 into one of these. Just change the radius and see what happens. Let's reset run. Ooh, a much bigger circle. So you see changing this radius here got me a bigger circle. I think my original number of 10 was pretty good, so I'm going to go back to that. Reset run. Everything looks almost exactly like the drawing. I guess if you do look at it, the first arc right is actually out of there and it starts on an arc left. Let's reset run. Oh, look what happened. I bet you, since it's a left and left here, that's what did it. If I go back to my turn right now, reset run, I bet you that will give me what I want. Yep, there you are. Now we're exactly perfect. Depending on if I turned right or left and whether my first arc was a left or right, depended on which way this went, up or down. Looks pretty good here. I think I got everything I need to out of this. Let's see if code.org thinks I'm done. Hey. Good job, kids. I'll see you on the next lesson.